everyone, welcome back to my channel and to another plan with me. This is for the week of the 6th to the 12th of January and it's the second week of 2025. I'm using the Snowbound Standard Vertical kit from my shop, which features beautiful art from Kittenish girl Jess. I've also got the toolboxes, which is a separate add-on. In terms of foil, I have the Snowflake foil pack in silver. So this is a 5-sheet foil pack. You get 2 sheets of overlays with glitter headers, 2 sheets of underlays, and a bottom washi sheet with some scripts, some date dots, and a toolbox. And I've also got my custom scripts, which miraculously I fit on one page. So love that for me. I haven't done that since. I always tend to write too much and have to split them over 2 pages, but that is fine. So this week I did something a little bit different for my sidebar, which I actually really love. So had a brainwave, grabbed a random decorative sidebar, like the little tiny sheets that come with the monthly kits. And I was like, let's see how this would work in a sidebar. I had to trim it a little bit, but I think it looks really cute. And as a sidebar denier, I do not put anything useful in my sidebar. I was like, well, this is a really good way to cover a bit of space in a bit of a different way, because normally I do stacks of full boxes, but this looks really pretty. So I was glad I tried that. I don't know if I'll do it all the time because I obviously don't have matching sidebars from the monthly kits for every spread, but I think it's really cute as a different thing to do. I do like trying different things on my sidebar anyway. I don't have a set format that I always go back to. Often I have to flip back and even see what I did the week before anyway. It's the one part of the spread that I don't really have a good use for, I guess because I don't use it very functionally. So it's fun to play around a little bit with that. So I'm just putting my glitter headers down, and like I said in last week's plan with me, the new 2025 version of the Tilly Journals planner that I've got is so handy because it has the little guidelines for where to put your headers. So I love that. I enjoy the bases so much more now, but this is such a pretty base. The silver foil is so pretty. I wasn't really sure what foil to use in January because I just had a lot of kits that leaned silver, and I messaged Kat and I was like, can I just do silver again and again and just have many silver? And she was like, well, I don't really know what other colours you would do with those silver looks great, so yeah, go for it. And I was like, okay, brilliant. We will just keep doing silver, which is my favourite foil colour anyway. This has reminded me, actually, I need to order some more Tombow whiteout, because when I ordered, I think this is the Tombow hybrid whiteout, I don't know what it's called, but I ordered it years ago in literally a pack of 12, and I didn't really use it for a while, so I'm still going through my stash, but I ran out of one. I think it was during my January monthly, so I need to order some more because I think I might be on my last one, which is kind of amazing that I've actually made it through them and not lost them. But I don't know where to get them from anymore because I checked Amazon. I don't think they have the exact same one. So would love any recommendations for your favourite whiteout. I know back in the day it used to be this Tombow one was the one to get, but I don't know if that's still the case anymore, so just need to get some replacement really. But in terms of notable events of the week, this was the last Ultimate Planner sale ever, which is really sad. So there's still the Planner Boss Collective group sale, but apart from that, I don't actually know of any other group sales. So to lose the Ultimate Planner sale is really sad. But I wanted to be part of the last one, just to kind of have a last hurrah with UPS. So that was this week. And then we also we're just really cold this week because our boiler had been being a bit weird, and I think this week was the week where we kind of knew that it wasn't just being a bit weird, it was actually faulty. So we had to get the ball rolling with getting that looked at, which is always fun and games, especially in January. It was really cold this week. I think we just had a really cold spell, so not ideal. But that is my base done. It's so pretty. I think the silver foil is such the right choice for this kit. But moving on to the weekly plans, I marked that I had a productive morning, so I used a Coffee Monsters Co. little star for this. I use these to mark achievements and just well done type things. So I marked that, and then I also marked that I tidied the kitchen, which probably did play into the fact that I had a productive morning, because I feel when my house is organised and tidy and nice, my brain is clearer and I can focus more on doing work, which is funny because if I'm really busy, then the house does suffer, but I know if I could still just take a bit of time to like reset the kitchen and stuff, I would then be more productive because I know that that's like clean and tidy. Does that make sense? It's kind of like a catch-22 type thing. But yeah, so I tidied the kitchen. I then got some Coffee Monsters Co. Happy Mail, which was a group order that me and Beth placed together. I can't remember what it was. Maybe it was Black Friday. I don't know. I think so, actually, because we both wanted a bunch of things, so we ordered it and shared the shipping. So I had a lot of new stickers to haul, which I actually didn't put away for a long time, but I did get to use them in this spread. I've started to use them in like, I think just all of my 2025 spreads, because I was saving some of them for last year and then I've like paused that planner for now. So I did get to use them, which was exciting because they've literally just been waiting. Then I did like lots of little kind of admin jobs. I feel like these take such a long time because unless you can kind of just like bash them out, because there are a lot of like task switching and things that I find difficult. So that was really good that I got some of those done. I then made some cookies in the evening, just like frozen ones that I'd previously made and froze, but it's nice to have fresh cookies just available. And then we watched Silo in the evening, which is a show on Apple TV based on I don't know what I think the second season, which is what they were on, is still based on book 1, which I believe is called Wool by Hugh Harry. Is a really good series. It's like sci-fi. The book is good. Tom's read the book, possibly books, not sure. I haven't read them, but they are really good. And I did end up then like going and Googling loads of stuff, which I kind of regret because I did spoil things for myself that was in like the next book, so will presumably be in future seasons, but I just had to know because we were getting towards the end and I have so many questions and I love spoiling stuff for myself. It's like a really bad habit, but we were watching that, so I'd recommend that if you have Apple TV. They also have a really good show called Severance, which is now on season 2 as well, which is coming out currently. We've been trying to get people to watch it, no one will watch it, but it's so good. It's also kind of sci-fi, but I would recommend that if you were going to get like a trial of Apple TV and need like multiple things to watch, Silo and Severance. And also I liked Servant. Weirdly, they're all S's. But yeah, I would recommend all 3 of those. So on to Tuesday, I marked that I did more admin, which I hate admin, but it's a necessity for businesses. Then I marked the boiler was being weird, which I used this cute little like snowman divider from the Coffee Monsters guy. I think I also marked boiler being weird in the last plan with me because we weren't really sure what it was at this point. It ended up basically being that we needed a new boiler, but it was just still being weird. Ended up dropping pressure loads and we were having to like add pressure quite frequently. So we got that looked at, but at this point we were just like, what's going on? Then I marked that I worked on my safety stickers for the like change in regulation that happened. When was it? It was like December the 14th, I think, to do with shipping to the EU, the whole GPSR. I kept getting it wrong for ages because the acronym that it isn't is to do with doctors and like health and stuff. And I was talking about it with Kat and we were getting so confused. We were like, why does it talk about healthcare and stuff? And then basically realised that I kept calling it the wrong thing. But anyway, I did my safety stickers this day. So I just have these little like stickers that I stick on my stickers with basically like warnings about like choking and like not to eat them and like random safety sticker stuff basically. There is an irony to having a safety sticker on stickers because then does the safety sticker need a safety sticker? Like how deep are we going to go with this? But I did it anyway and I meet the requirements, I think. So fingers crossed that's all fine. I haven't had anything returned yet, which is great. I packed some orders this day, which I marked with a cute little stick with the Planco girl. And then I showered at Tom's mum's because our boiler was being weird. It was basically hot water we were having a major issue with. It was making this awful noise. So we went and had a shower at hers and I packed more orders when I got back. And then I just marked that we were cold because we were trying to avoid using the heating. We then realised that like we didn't have to like fully avoid the heating. It was only really the hot water that was weird, but there was a brief period where we thought heating bad. So we were cold for that evening. We did have like plug-in radiators, but it's hard trying to heat a whole house, like because we can't move the rabbits. But my room is the biggest room, so it's not really like the best room to try and heat. So yeah, just not fun. Then on Wednesday, we had this whole like thing about, is the pipe outside frozen? Is that causing issues with the boiler? So we poured warm water on the outside pipe. It didn't seem to change anything, but we tried it. Then I had to go to the dentist. It was a new dentist actually, because I have like a plan with my dentist, and my dentist was moving to a different plan. So if I wanted to keep my dentist, I would have to pay more. And I was like, I don't really want to pay more for like nothing really to change for me. So I met my new dentist, and she's really nice. So I'm happy with the new dentist. I don't really like care about following my dentist, although I do really like my old dentist, and I kind of got over a lot of like dentist anxiety because of him. So, but look, the new one is nice too. So like, I don't think it's going to be an issue. Then I worked in Starbucks because I met my mum for a little bit of shopping and we had lunch. But before that, I just sat in Starbucks and waited for her. And I did actually design the Ultimate Planner Sale tiered freebies while I was there, so that was good. I did the letter tile stickers, but in like a little mini quarter sheet where you got like a bunch of different colours for like each £10 spend, I think. And I've now released them in the full sheets in the shop. But I did those, and then I marked that I did like shopping and I had lunch with my mum, which was nice. And then I started to have some car trouble, which is never really what you want. We've had issues before when it's done the same kind of thing. It basically doesn't let me change gear. It's like the gear stick is like completely locked in place, and I now know that to fix it I have to pump the clutch, but I didn't know that first time it happened. It was super scary. But I pulled over into like a nearby car park, turned the car off, and like made sure it was like good to go before I continued my journey, which was fine. Then I did some more orders this evening, still on Wednesday, and then I marked that I played Call of Duty because we've been playing Prop Hunt, which is very fun. It's like a game mode where you have to kind of disguise yourself as a prop or like a piece of furniture or something, and then the other team has to find you, and then vice versa. So on to Thursday, I marked that I did a quick tidy in the morning, and then I had my nail appointment. So I chose, I think this was... Oh, I literally have no idea because my nails are green now and this wasn't the colour I had. I don't know, no idea. I had my nail appointment though, and then I marked in all capitals sale work because I think I was feeling a little bit unprepared and had to do some last minute stuff. So that signifies importance. Then I marked again that I was cold, and I did some design work this day. So I think I'd basically just left a lot of my UPS designing to the day before, which is not really ideal, especially because I had a dentist appointment on the morning of Friday. So I managed to get my photos done the night before, and then I did the listings in the morning. And quite often I will do photos in the morning on Friday, but obviously I couldn't do that because I had my appointment. So anyway, I used a really old Once More with Love sticker to mark being cold. It's like from a little winter sheet, but I have a bunch of like really old stickers, so I'm trying to get through those. There are a lot of like seasonal and Christmas ones because like once you've been through that season, they're not really like easily usable for other seasons, so I need to try and remember to use those when it is relevant. Like I said, I marked design work, and then we ordered Chinese this evening. We really like this place called Oodles, which I think I've probably mentioned it before. I think it's like Indo-Chinese or something. I've never like had that the same kind of Chinese from anywhere else, but it is my favourite. I always get so they let you can like customize a box and you pick like a side or two sides and like two mains. So I get chips twice. So Tom gets rice and chips, but I get chips for two like sides. Then sweet and sour chicken, and I get salt and pepper chicken, and it's the salt and pepper chicken that I can't find anywhere else, and I've googled it and it does not look the same like recipes that you can make at home. So I don't know what makes it so special, but I really like it. The only downside, so I've talked about this for ages, I don't know why I'm like still going on about Chinese. The only downside is that we live quite far away from the place, so it never arrives like very warm, but it's still worth it. Then on to Friday, I marked that it was very icy in the morning because I was going to drive to my dentist appointment myself, and then I defrosted the car and I could like see other cars kind of like gingerly driving around, and I was like, I really don't want to do this. So I got Tom up, he was still in bed, and I was like, can you take me to my dentist appointment? And he was like, yeah. And it was actually okay on the main roads. It was just our like in the estate that we live on, it was like worse there, so I probably would have been fine. But anyway, if me and Tom can go somewhere together, we probably will rather than separately. Then I marked I had a filling at the dentist, which wasn't fun, but you know, just try and get it out of the way. And then I came home and I did some sale prep just to get everything ready for 2 p.m, which is when the sale began. Then My dad came round because I feel like there was a reason. I don't know what I needed to do. Maybe I had to show him how to do something on his phone. I don't know. But he was round for another reason. But I messaged him and I was like, can you help me hang a mirror in my hallway? Because I'd ordered a coat hook and a mirror because we've been in this house for like 6 years and we always put everything on the end of the banister, which is a nightmare. It looks really cluttered. Things fall off. So I ordered a coat hook and a mirror. We hung the mirror fine, but the coat hook it was made really badly. It was from La Redoute, which I think is a French website. I really struggled to pick one that I liked anyway, but I finally chose one I liked. It arrived and it was just really poorly constructed. So the fixings on the back were not flush with the wood so that it would always have stuck out from the wall anyway. I'm going to have to slow this footage down loads because I'm talking a lot. Then one of them was wonky. So if you put it on the screws in the wall, it wouldn't have like fallen down into the fixing, if that makes sense. I feel like something else as well. Oh yeah, they weren't equidistant from the edge on like both sides. So this is probably just like we should have measured both sides, but we only measured one side and we assumed the hole would be the same distance and it wasn't. So we made a complete mess of that, and then we didn't have any raw plugs. So my dad had to leave the coat hook and we were like, we'll just fix it another time. But me being me, I ordered like this set of drill bits on Amazon that would allow me to do like countersunk holes into wood so that I could just move the fixing on the back of the coat hook to match where we'd put the screw in the wall. So we fixed it, which I then marked on Saturday, but if you take it off, it looks a right mess, but it's on the wall and it's very secure, which is the main thing. And then after that, when my dad left, I did some decluttering of the downstairs like hallway cupboard because it just have so many random things in there that didn't need to be in there. Then in the evening, we watched another episode of Silo. So on to Saturday, I marked that we fixed the coat hooks. Yay. And then it also marked just like a celebratory we did it because it was kind of touch and go whether it would work or not, but luckily it did. Then I marked I did some laundry, catch up on a bit of washing, and I printed and cut this day probably new releases. And then we went to Asda. So if you're in the UK, you might be familiar with Asda like cafe, but the cafe's kind of weird, to be honest. Like, we love Sainsbury's cafe. Asda is kind of a weird vibe, but they do these really good pizzas that they'll cook for you and you can take them away, and they're like really good value and they're huge. So we got those for dinner. We also had to do a return, so it was kind of like a 2 birds 1 stone thing. Then we played Grounded in the evening, which is a game we've been playing with Julia and Sean. I think I spoke about this in last week's Find With Me as well, but you're basically like a teenager who's been shrunk and you are running around, I think in your back garden, like amongst like the grass, and there's bugs and stuff, and it's kind of like an open world like survival game, but it's really fun. So then on to Sunday, I worked on restocks in the morning, just marked that with a little piece of clip art from the kit to save me like searching for a relevant sticker. I then marked designing. I don't know what I would have been designing on a Sunday, maybe for the next week, which would have been very organised of me, but maybe mystery, don't know. Then I marked that I called my mum, and then I tidied the storeroom in the evening. So we are really trying to sort out the spare room, which requires us to kind of declutter a lot of like things upstairs. There's probably stuff that could go in the garage, but a lot of it like we just don't really need to keep. Also because we were anticipating like a plumber coming for the boiler, and we didn't know how much access they would need, like because we were hoping that everything was fine and it wouldn't be a case of like having to like look at pipes, like maybe there was a leak in a pipe or something, because that would have maybe been a bigger job than it was. Luckily it wasn't that, but we were like, well, let's try and make sure that all the radiators and stuff are accessible. So I worked on that. I did some printing and cutting, and then we watched another episode of Silo on Sunday. I don't know why maybe we'd like been one behind because they come out on Fridays, but I assume we just had an extra one to catch up on. So those are the stickers that I had left from the kit and the foil and stuff after doing my spread. And here is a little wiggle of the pages to show you the foil. I think it's so pretty. Probably I can't say it's my favourite spread of the year because there's only been 2, but it is so beautiful. I love it. I think it's like such like pretty winter vibes. We don't really get these kind of winters in the UK, but I still love it anyway. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video.